Hello, friends, and welcome back once again to Easy English Explanation by Pooja Joshi. First of all, if you haven't subscribed still, please like and share my videos and subscribe my channel at the earliest so that you can get easy English explanation related to 8th and 9th standards. So today we are going to continue with the third part of NCERT Moments Supplementary Reader Book of 9th Standard, Lesson number 4 in the Kingdom of Fools, part number 3. So in previous part, what we have seen, let me revise little bit with the summary. There is a kingdom of fools where a guru and his disciple arrives there, and they are very amazed to see that everybody has the habit of working during the night time and sleeping during the whole day, as the king and the ministers were fools along with their public or the subjects. Then everything whatever they wanted they could easily buy with a single dudu, that is a single rupee, maybe the currency of that place. So the guru and disciple were very happy, but guru soon realized that it's not worthy or it's not suggested to live in the company of fools, as all of us know that an intelligent enemy is way better, far better than a stupid or fool friend. So here then the story goes ahead like one thief, he dies because of collapsing, a wall collapsed of a merchant's house, and in that house the thief was dead while committing the theft, and thief's brother reported to the king in king's darbar, king's court, and that king was now searching for the real culprit because of whom the thief was dead. So firstly the merchant, that is the owner of the house, was called. After that the whatever we can say, that person who has made that bricklayer was called. After that, when he gave the name of the dancer girl, she was summoned there, and she again took the name of goldsmith, because of whom she was walking up and down the street. Due to that, the bricklayer could not make a proper wall, and because of that the thief died in the merchant's house. So let's see ahead. First, as usual, let me read it out once and then I will give you the explanation. "My lord," he said, "I am poor, a poor goldsmith. It's true, I made this dancer come many times to my door. I gave her excuses because I couldn't finish making her jewelry before I finished the rich merchant's orders. They had a wedding coming and they wouldn't wait. You know how impatient rich men are." Now, this goldsmith, as shown in the picture, he is giving excuses that yes, okay, I am only a poor goldsmith. Yes, it's true that because of me, that dancer girl had to come many times a day to my house, but I had to finish jewelry of some merchant because they wouldn't wait. These rich people are so impatient. They won't wait, as a wedding had been approaching. So he could not make the jewelry of that dancer girl. So he was giving excuses to the dancer girl and calling her off and on. "Who's this rich merchant who kept you from finishing this poor woman's jewelry, made her walk up and down, which distracted this bricklayer, which made a mess of his wall and which has now fallen on an innocent man and killed him? Can you name him? Yes. Now what happened here? The king asked that who is this rich merchant? What was the name of the rich merchant because of whom you were not able to make this poor woman dancer girl's jewelry, which made her walk up and down the street many times, which distracted the attention of that bricklayer because of that jingling of the anklets. The bricklayer was disturbed. Because of that, he could not make a proper strong wall. Because of that, the wall has now fallen on an innocent thief. Are the thief innocent children? And killed him. So can you name him? The goldsmith named the merchant, and he was none other than the original owner of the house whose wall had fallen. Now justice had come full circle, thought the king. Back to the merchant. When he was rudely summoned back to the court, he arrived crying, "It wasn't me, but my father who ordered the jewelry. He is dead. I am innocent." The goldsmith then took the name of the merchant, who was none other than the original owner of the house, whose wall collapsed on the thief's head and he was dead. So now the justice again started from merchant and again came back to the merchant. So the king thought that now justice has come to a full circle. And now king again summoned for the merchant, who came there crying in the court when the king rudely summoned and called him. And he cried, he said that it wasn't me, but my father had ordered the jewelry. I am totally innocent and my father is already dead. So please don't punish me because I have nothing to do with it. But the king consulted his minister and ruled decisively. It's true, your father is the true murderer. He is dead. But somebody must be punished in his place. You have inherited everything from that criminal father of yours. His riches as well. His sins. I knew at once, even when I first set eyes on you, that you were at the root of this horrible crime. You must die. King consulted his minister and then ruled decisively. Means he took the decision. He told his orders that it's true, your father is the true murderer. He is dead, but somebody should be given the punishment in his place. Then only the justice will be over. As you have inherited the riches, everything, the house from your criminal father, his money, then you have to inherit obviously his sins also. His bad doings you have to inherit as well. And king said further that I know very well, when I set first eyes on you, I know that you are only the true root of this original crime. Because of you, this horrible crime has happened. That's why that thief has been killed. So you must die now. I'll give you the punishment of dying. And he ordered a new stake to be made ready for the execution. As the servants sharpened the stake and got it ready for the final impaling of the criminal, it occurred to the minister that the rich merchant was somehow too thin to be properly executed on the stake. He appealed to the king's common sense. The king too worried about it. So now the king, he ordered a new stake to be made ready for the execution of the king's order. Execution to implement the king's order. And stake I will show you the picture. on which somebody's head can be put and just cut it off, removed from the body. And as the servant sharpened the stake and got it ready for the final impaling of the criminal, it occurred to the minister that the rich merchant was somehow too thin. See, when the final execution, final cutting of the head has to be taken place, that time the minister saw that rich merchant's neck was very, very thin. So he can't be properly cut on the stake. So let me show you the picture of stake also. Yes, impaling, you can see the meaning. To push a sharp object through something, especially the body of an animal or person. And this is, see, very dangerous stake, the picture of stake. Then coming back here, yes, then the minister appealed that we have to do something because the rich merchant will not be able to cut properly through the stake. The king was worried about it. What shall we do? He said, when suddenly it struck him that all they needed to do was to find a man fat enough to fit the stake. The servants were immediately sent all over the town looking for a man who would fit the stake, and their eyes fell on the disciple who had fattened himself for months on bananas and rice and wheat and ghee. So now the king thought that we should do something. At least somebody should be punished in his place, otherwise justice would be not over, it would be remaining. And king had an idea that we should find a fat man instead of a thin person, so that he can be punished. And the servants immediately went in search just for a fat man, so that they can put that man into the stake and cut that man's head or behead that man. And their eyes fell on the disciple who stayed there for the love of food and who had fattened himself like a sacred bull. For months and months he had good fill of food like bananas, rice, beet and ghee, and he had become too much fat. So when the servants of the king they saw, and they at once took that disciple with them for killing him without any reason. He was going to be killed now. As his guru said, he didn't listen to the guru's advice, and now he must be repenting. For no reason he was to be beheaded and killed. So we'll meet with this in the next and last session of last video of the lesson, in the kingdom of fools. Let's see what happens with the disciple in the end. For that, don't forget to meet me in the fourth and last session of this lesson in the kingdom of fools, lesson number 4, Moments book of Supplementary Reader Standard 9. So see you soon. Bye bye.